A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Welcome and thank you for spending the holiday season with 2K Sports. As we know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Marc Gasol, and it's Robertson in at the 1. Here's Robertson. Rejected by Westbrook, and he gets it back. Robertson's shot is off. Westbrook outside. Screen by Embiid. Pass to Allen. The 3 is up. And again, Washington with a triple.
Westbrook quick to find the open man that time.
Here's Hamilton, down low. Here's Gasol. The rebound by Embiid.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Pierce, the pass to Westbrook. 17-foot shot on the way. And Worthy pulls it down.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
To the inside. Here's Gasol. Embiid with a nice defensive effort.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to McHale. Here's Robertson. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Joel Embiid. Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, BA. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. With all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter. Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game, that's got to be a feel-good.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. Washington, number 1. Fourth, the Sixers.
And these two squads that can run the floor at a lightning pace, they piled up more than their share of fast break points last year.
Pass to Hamilton. Here's Worthy. Gasol misses.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Allen. He has 6. And here's Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, they got swept by this team in the season series last year, which goes against all logic.
Here's Allen. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. 3-pointer. And again, Washington, no good. 76ers trail by 9. Pass to Hamilton. Fires for 3. Washington with a rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Westbrook. Defense is right there. Allen with it. Now Embiid. Back to Allen. From behind the arc. The rebound by Robertson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Launches it. Fires in the triple. Robertson's got 7 points in the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
It's a solid pass off the pick and roll. Part of Westbrook's game he's really developed.
Here's Hamilton. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Robertson. Over Westbrook. And Robertson gets it to go.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Screen by Embiid. Westbrook, the pass to Allen. Can't connect from long distance. 76ers trail by 6. Pass to Robertson. Here's Hamilton. That three's off the mark. For Washington, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 from deep. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
The 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Wizards. They're leading by 8. Pass to Stojakovic. Philadelphia with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Westbrook can't hit.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace, And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
And he gets the bucket.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's McDyess. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
You know, in the days of load management, we typically stay away from the talk of durability, but Caldwell Pope rarely misses games, stays in great shape, always feels like he's good to go.
And he drops it first.
And just not the guy you want shooting the ball from the free throw line against you. Caldwell Pope can more than hold his own.
Avdia, he's checked in for Washington. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Washington leading by 9. Westbrook, the pass to Banchero. Here's Beck. Pass to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. And Banchero gets it to go.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Stojakovic. Nice D from Avdia.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And Carroll passes to Westbrook. No good from 18. Joel Embiid, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Washington. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you think, guys?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Pass to Worthy. Here's McDyess. And the shot goes. McDyess has got his first points of the game.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
And for Philadelphia, we've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Worthy in at the 3. Washington shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
First team foul. At the line for 1.
One shot. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
McHale, it doesn't go for him. Nice D from Avdia. Washington leading by 12. Here's Sloan. And there's the screen. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. Pass to Robertson. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And the 76ers making a change here.
On the court.
So it's Philadelphia now. A 12-point game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Richard Hamilton taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Embiid can't hit. 76ers trail by 10. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. 4 on the clock. Connects from downtown. Robertson's got 12 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Pass to Hamilton. Here's Robertson. Checked by Rondo. From 13. Nice move. Robertson's shot is off. Washington leading by 7. Avdia outside. Inside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Kevin McKay.
Washington shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Allen, he's checked in for Avdia.
At the line for Washington. Shooting 1.
What's up?
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Worthy. Here's Robertson. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Allen. Tipped. Here's Hamilton. To the middle. Here's Robertson. Lets the 3 fly. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
And games like that are backbreakers. To be so close to victory, but let it slip away is frustrating.
You want to respond in kind, but that last game was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. Ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Change here. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The 76ers, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Allen, the pass to Beck. Allen in the high post. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. Pierce can't get to it. 76ers trail by 7. Here's Hamilton. Pass to Robertson. Gasol the screen for 3. Robertson's shot is off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Back the pass to Rondo. Screen by Embiid. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
Well, Rondo's IQ is something we talk about a lot, just picking apart the defense right now out of these screen and roll sets.
Pass to Worthy. Here's Robertson. Pure from three-point range. Robertson's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, at this point of the season, the identity and merit of each team is becoming more and more clear, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, we have a good understanding of who the real contenders are. But there always seems to be a dark horse team that makes a push in the second half of the season. Anything can happen.
The first one falls. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Washington. Westbrook comes in for Rondo. He does not get the second one.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Wizards leading by 5. Westbrook taking his time here. Embiid passes to Westbrook. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
To the inside. And stolen by Banchero. Here's Pierce. Banked it in off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Pass to Hamilton. Here's Cheeks. Here's Stojakovic. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Allen. Tight defense on him. Screen by Embiid. Here's Westbrook. Over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man, I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Can. Here's Cheeks. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hamilton. Shoots over Allen. Shot by Hamilton, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious. Man, we all saw that right there. Is he part feline? Cat-like quickness and elevation from Westbrook.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the score by Washington, here's Stojakovic. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Westbrook outside. Yep, count it. Embiid's got 12 points in the game.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Stojakovic. Down low. Embiid with a steal. Into the lane. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he's such a unique talent at both ends. Embiid with the vision that time.
Here's Worthy. 4 seconds left. And the bucket is good. Worthy's got 4 points this quarter.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake.
Oh, did he? He did. He got it to fall.
Put it on the board.
So nice. Whoa. The beat the buzzer.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Wizards. They're up by 10. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Greetings, Shaq Kenny and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
You know, for Philadelphia, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Washington Wizards.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets, I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be infectious.
Excuse me, are infectious and contagious the same thing?
You're the doctor. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. '76ers trail by 10. They've got Russell Westbrook, and it's Embiid in at the center position. That's the group for Washington right now. Pass to Robertson. And Embiid with the block.
And you have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
Philadelphia's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Hamilton and a miss there on the triple. Washington leading by 10. For three, Allen. And Worthy pulls it down. Worthy's got 4 rebounds now.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in. Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And it's Allen again missing. 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Hamilton. Here's McHale. Here's Robertson. 15 points in the game. That one's good for 2. Robertson's got 17 points.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Up top, Westbrook. He has 7. Washington again can't hit.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Worthy can't hit.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
There's a screen from the arc. And Russell Westbrook gets a 3. 10 points for him.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Worthy. Now Caldwell Pope. Here's Robertson. Pounded by Westbrook. Fader on the way. And it's in. Off the glass. Robertson's got 4 points this quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Robertson, all alone, and he knocks the jumper down. Robertson's got 21 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Allen, the pass to Pierce. Shot clock at 5. The three. They get the rebound. Screen by Embiid. Goes back up. Pierce can't get to it. 76ers trail by 7. To the right side. Here's Robertson. Off target with the three.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Screen by Embiid. Pass to Allen. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by McHale.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. You can't allow any space.
Here's Robertson. 21 points in the game. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Here's the break. To stop the drought. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, want to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Checked in for Washington. And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. Second, Philadelphia.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line. And last year, they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
76ers trail by 10. Cheeks passes to Divac. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Pass to Cheeks. Here's McDyess. 5 to shoot. Elbow shot on the way. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
The kick out to Banchero. There's a screen from downtown. Rebound by the 76ers. Now Caldwell Pope. Pass to Cheeks. Here's Divac. Outside, Caldwell Pope. 4-3. It's rebounded by Washington. Tech's got 4 rebounds now. It's rebounded by Divac. 76ers trail by 10. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Cheeks.
2 minutes.
The 3 is up. Drops in the 3. Cheeks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Washington leading by 7. Here's Sloan. Still no points. Inside. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
But with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. They set the screen. Pass to Cheeks. Here's Stojakovic. No good from outside.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Sloan hits the three-pointer. And now a 12-point Washington lead.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Cheeks. Off target with the open look.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Here's Rondo. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Rondo, he's got his first points of the night.
That can be a threat from the mid-range whenever Rondo looks to get it going from there.
12 seconds left in the third. Here's Stojakovic. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so it's the Washington Wizards. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. They've got Marc Gasol, and it's Robertson in at the 1.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Here's Hamilton. Pass to McDyess. Here's Robertson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
First team foul. At the line for the 76ers, Oscar Robertson.
Take a break.
2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Wizards leading by 15. Westbrook outside. Pass to Allen from deep three-point land. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Here's a look at the schedule for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they head back home to host the Miami Heat. And then Friday,
And looking at the Pacers matchup, it's the 8th time they'll take the court in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
to the paint. Here's Embiid. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Pass to McHale. Here's Robertson, pounded by Westbrook. The offensive rebound. Good. Gasol's got his first basket.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
For 3, Westbrook. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Robertson. And drilled from 6 feet. Robertson's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Here's Embiid. And he drops it in from the low post. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th.
Wizards foul. Ray Allen. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Robertson, pounded by Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hamilton. It's rebounded by Washington. And Carroll passes to Westbrook. Embiid with it. To the inside. Allen outside. 3-pointer, no good. 76ers trail by 18. Pass to Robertson. Here's Hamilton. Here's Robertson. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. The Wizards have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Sixers. McHale's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hamilton. Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in the game. For 3, Allen. Rebound by the 76ers. Worthy's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Robertson's shot is off. And it's Allen with the ball for the Wizards. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Robertson, guarded by Bancaro. And Robertson gets it to go.
Say what you will about the value of the 3-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. And so it's Washington with it. To the middle. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Well, you're going to play Westbrook on that pick and roll to shoot it. He's underrated in being a distributor.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Hamilton. Gasol, a screen on Allen. Hamilton, no good on the triple.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Up top, Bankero. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Pass to Worthy. Here's Robertson. 6 to shoot. Gasol the screen. And the three off target. Washington leading by 18. Now here's Embiid. Checked by Gasol. Embiid passes to Allen. Looking to end this cold spell. And that's 2 points on the layup. Allen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Robertson. Shoots over Westbrook. Philadelphia with another miss. The Wizards have gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. Allen outside. Over to the wing. Bankero the screen. Westbrook can't hit. 76ers trail by 20.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Wizards.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year. And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Joel Embiid.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
So he gets them both. There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Westbrook. He's closely guarded. Pass to Allen. That's good. And so Westbrook.
the big man, 7 foot.
There should be one. Action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. They've got Howard. White is out there with Murray, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Hagan in at the 3 spot.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now here's Iverson. His last outing, he had 24 points. And the dunk by Iverson.
And Iverson constantly driving to the basket, using that speed and athleticism to kind of wheel his way to the rim.
And White kicks to Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Lucas. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. The rebound by Hagan. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here is Murray after the 3-pointer from Allen Iverson. Murray, the pass to Hagan, and it's blocked. Iverson against Murray. Fires the 3, and Indiana, another 3.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the 3 ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. DeJounte Murray, 4th.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Outside, White. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Murray. Coming off a terrific season, he put up about 22 points a game last season, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now here's Iverson following the miss by DeJounte Murray. O'Neal is double. Here's Lucas. Tries again, and O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Gobert with a screen on Lucas to the middle, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
If he's operating in pick and roll, because Rudy Gobert is such a big target, hard to guard him.
Lobbed up there for O'Neal, and stolen by White. Pass to Hagan. The 3. Pacers with the rebound. Shaq's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stoudemire against Howard. Lucas the pass to O'Neal. Lays it up and banks it in. Shaq's got his third basket of the night.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Cleveland moving the ball around to the inside. Hagan, it's deflected to the paint. It's tipped. Pass to Lucas. And here is Iverson. Nailed from three-point land. Iverson's got 11 points.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And some changes here for the Pacers. Barkley comes in for Stoudemire. And it's Granger in for Lucas. Pass to Barry. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Shaq's got his fifth rebound in this one. Barkley outside. Now Drexler. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Wallace with the screen on Drexler. Shot to stop the run. The shot's good from Barry.
And if there's one guy you know won't hesitate to pull the trigger, it's Barry. Before that pass even got there, you could tell his mind was made up. He was going to take that shot.
Now here's Iverson. He's got 11.
2 minutes.
That's a floater go, and the layup is up and in. 13 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Barry. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Here's Iverson. O'Neal finds Drexler. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Drexler dishes to Iverson. And a great assist by Drexler as that one goes in. And the Pacers lead by 13. Kidd passes to Barry. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kidd kicks to Starks. And again, it's Cleveland.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pacers leading by 13. Here's Iverson. He's got 15. 4 seconds left. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Indiana shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Allen Iverson, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Iverson.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Indiana?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then there's Barrett. Then there's Howard. And it's Hagan in at the small forward spot. Yep, that one goes. Doherty's got his first basket of the night.
Really nice move there. Doherty has such a polished skill set. Makes it an easy conversion for him in the painted area.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
And so Murray nails both of them. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA? The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Free throw drops for Danny Granger. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Brown, and it's Johnson in for Andrew Nembhard. Here's Hagan, still yet to score. Barry misses. Nobody near Granger. Knocks down the three ball. And the Pacers lead by 20.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
It's up a three. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Kicks it out to Johnson. The tray. Granger misses. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Hagan passes to Barrett. Stoudemire grabs the board. Driving.
And for a big man, Stoudemire is an incredible dunker. Glides to the rim effortlessly, and the D really at his mercy.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Now on the court is your ninth squad. Get out. Your record. Who wants a 3-2 center?
And Indiana making a change here. Drexler's checked in. Gobert, he's checked in for Cleveland. Pass to Howard. Now here's Gobert. Murray surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Howard. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Pacers leading by 22. Lowry passes to Stoudemire. Granger outside. Back to Stoudemire. Granger outside. Offensive rebound. He shoots again. Another shot. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Here's Hagan. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
And I love the effort on defense from Stoudemire. More than capable of coming up with a big-time block on that play.
Drexler with a screen on Murray. Drexler finds Lowry. Stoudemire with the ball. The shot, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now, here's Lowry. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Hagan, defended by Lucas. Drexler with the steal. A shot by Lowry, wide open. And a great assist by Drexler as that one goes in. Drexler's got his third assist on the night. And Murray's got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Howard. Gobert in the corner. On the wing, Murray. Clock at 6. Howard setting the pick for White. They could use a bucket. Here's Hagan. Granger with the defensive effort.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Lowry with the ball. Drexler right side. Banked in off the glass. Drexler's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Hagan. Screen by Howard. Inside. And Howard with the stuff.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Here are your Indiana Pacers.
About who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at White, he's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
So it's the Pacers now, following the score by Cleveland. Drexler's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And stolen by Howard. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And you really have to toe that line with the physicality just to prevent Howard from the end one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Shaq is checked in for the Pacers. Lucas comes in for Kyle Lowry. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Barry's checked in for Baker. And that one falls for Howard.
At this point for Dwight Howard in his career, it's about being efficient. I mean, we know he can grab rebounds, play defense. He's just got to stay aggressive and efficient on the offensive end.
Now here's Iverson. 19 points in the game. O'Neal. It's hauled in by Barry. Wallace outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Stoudemire. And Torres this summer, the Cavaliers opting to make changes.
And Kevin, a little bit of a surprise in this particular way. They fired their coaching staff, bring in a new regime. And think about it, you fire that group after you've made the playoffs 2 seasons in a row, and yet you still opt to go in a different direction. So a lot of pressure on the staff coming in.
Free throw good, Wallace. Wallace hits 2 free throws. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Clearly a foul.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Allen Iverson, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Iverson.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Howard with this screen on Drexler. On the basket by Starks. Starks has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Iverson outside. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Wallace.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Iverson. 12 seconds left to play here in the half. Wallace with a screen for Kidd. And it's sent back by O'Neal. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Barry. And oh, he It's the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That, to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Great to have you with us. Starting out, let's check out the award winners for Players of the Week. In the West, Kevin Love.
Finally, we're giving props to a big. Enough of these little dudes winning MVPs and awards. Basketball is for my guys, the tall dudes.
Yeah. Bigs never win anything in the NBA. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Pacers.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They've got Iverson. Lucas is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Drexler, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. That's the Pacers' 5. Now here's Gobert. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday.
And for their matchup with the Nets, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest on the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Howard with the steal. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Murray the pass to White. Back to Murray. Knocks it loose and stolen by Iverson. Here's Lucas. Finished off the break. Lucas has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Indiana.
No questioning Iverson's skill for moving the ball. A guy this open is an easy dime for him.
Howard with the screen on Lucas. Pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. And it's White missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Murray the pass to Gobert. Deflects the pass. O'Neal with the steal. Here's Iverson. Gobert with the block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. Number 1, the Pacers.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Outside, White. Pass to Gobert. Murray right side. And stolen by Iverson. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Hagan passes to Murray. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Murray's got 7 points.
Oh, that's a nice looking three there for Murray. How about the high release?
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you.
Check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 15 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit.
Now here's Gobert. Murray outside. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
First one falls for him. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Gobert finds Murray, and another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And this is where Iverson is so terrifying, running the open floor with such ease and confidence.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. Right side, White. And White with the stuff.
Don't sleep on the athleticism of Derek White. How fast did he get off his feet to punch that one home?
Iverson outside. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And O'Neal is right there. O'Neal's got 12 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Gobert the pass to Hagan. Again, the Cavaliers score.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Indiana leading by 23. Drexler outside. Back to Iverson. The basket good off the assist from Drexler. Drexler's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, White. Back to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Drexler.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Lucas. Here's Iverson. Doesn't go for him. White with the defensive effort. Here's Hagan. White with it. Drexler defending. White down low. He's against Drexler. White the pass to Gobert. The Pacers pull it in. Stoudemire dishes to Iverson. Pass to Lucas. Stoudemire. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And Stoudemire, a dunking machine out there. Remarkable at getting the position he needs to bring that one home.
Now here's White. Murray is screen on Drexler. White with it. Now Stoudemire defender. And it's White missing.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
That's good from O'Neal.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is, on paper, the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
Starts the pass to Barry. And he drives in. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Iverson, a screen on Starks. Iverson against Kidd. Shaq with a screen on Starks. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And sometimes Shaq is impossible to guard without fouling. He's this like overwhelming presence.
2 shots.
No good on that one. Johnson, he's checked in for Allen Iverson. And the second free throw, good. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Johnson against Kidd. Baker passes to Barry. Back to Baker. O'Neal with the steal. Johnson up top, covered by Starks. Here's Hawkins. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Hawkins has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that shifty nature of Johnson's game really helps him out. An effective combo guard who does a nice job of sharing the ball.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to O'Neal. Over Baker. On the clock. 3-pointer. That shot is off. And so it's Indiana out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy.
While preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Howard sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. We've got Starks, Baker out there with Wallace. Then there's Kidd. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
On the free throw, no good. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Here's Granger. The Cavaliers making the shot. Issel passes to Granger. Down low, picked off in midair. Here's Starks. He gets it in there.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Doherty outside. Pass to Issel. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Barkley, he's checked in for Dorton. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Johnson. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Barkley the pass to Issel. 6 to shoot. Here's Granger. Drills the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
No good on the free throw.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
Percy Hawkins checked in for Andrew Nembhard. Good on the second free throw. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Pass to Hawkins. Granger outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Granger's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Indiana. Kidd kicks to Baker. Here's Messi. Here's Baker, defended by Barkley. 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot. That misses off the backboard. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Outside for Kidd. Back to Baker. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Barkley. There's the lob to the hoop. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Doherty, he's checked in for Indiana. Now here's Granger. To the inside. And Brad Doherty with the slam.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Baker, defended by Barkley. Knocked loose. Here's Hawkins. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
6 on the shot clock. Kidd gets the bucket.
The focus from Kidd, terrific at just keeping his composure even when things get tight.
Doherty the pass to Granger. No good on the three. For Cleveland, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Kidd against Lowry. Now here's Kidd. Tight defense on him. Here's Starks. And he's good on the three ball. Starks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
One thing about Starks, he is extremely confident on both ends.
And Doherty kicks to Lowry. Pass to Hawkins. Barkley with a screen on Starks. Here's Barkley. Rebound by Wallace. Baker passes to Kidd. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Doherty. Misses from short range. Here's Baker. Defended by Barkley. Back to Baker. Inside. Starks. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Starts the pass to Baker. It's stolen by Barkley. Lowry against Kidd. Hawkins kicks to Granger to stop the drought. That one good for 2. Granger's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Iverson.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Now Kidd, following the miss by Granger from deep. Here's the three. Doherty with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here is Hawkins. To the middle. Starks with the steal. Pass to Kidd. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Allen Iverson.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K. You know, Grant. Players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Kyrie Irving, Zion Williamson out there with Kevin Love, and it's Baylor in at the point. Now here's Irving. Pass to Baylor. Back to to Irving from deep. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Going right back at them. Kyrie answers with a 3 of his own.
Here's Bird. There's the triple. The rebound by Baylor. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He said when Zion is healthy and right, you can't really stop him. But you can try to contain him. Stop his dribble drive, force him to hit shots over the top of you. Sounds like they're going to try to make him a jump shooter tonight.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Bird. Yep, that one goes. Bird's got 5 points.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Irving. Another shot. Malone can't get it to go.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Wade misses.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And that one drops.
This is what makes Kyrie so difficult to contain. He can pull up anywhere at any time.
Here's Duncan. Pass to Bird. Just 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 7. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
Now here's Williamson. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Baylor, the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. No one covering.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Bird. No good with the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Baylor, the pass to Love. They get it back. Outside for Irving. Outside Love. Gets another look. And it's Bird with a rebound. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. From the top of the key, he buries it. Bird's got 9.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Pass to Baylor. Back to Irving. Lets it go from deep. Memphis with a rebound. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Baylor, the pass to Irving. Fires it. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to Hill. To the inside. Here's Wade. Deflected. Here's the break. Here's Williamson. Now with a rebound. Grizzlies lead by 4. Here's Wade. And Williamson with the block.
Agile and strong. If Zion can get a piece of your shot, it's as good as gone.
The Lakers shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams will make substitutions. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. Los Angeles, second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Eaton passes to Monroe. Love a screen on Hill. Inside. And Love with the basket on the assist by Levine.
Great screen by Levine. Better IQ knowing how to roll to the basket.
And here's Fox. Gasol, the screen. Fox left side. Love grabs the miss.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Hill the pass to Fox. Count it.
Yes, sir. Fighting through the ball. Now trying to finish the three-point play.
And the Lakers making a change here. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
To the paint. Here's Eaton. An easy 2 on the layup.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Outside Levine. Pass to Monroe. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Caldwell. Gasol, a screen on Levine. Caldwell passes to Gasol. And then Gasol with the jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
I mean, scoring on all 3 levels. Gordon Hayward is such a difficult assignment.
Gasol, the screen. Down low. And then Gasol with the jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's Eaton. Hayward outside from 20 feet. Murasan pulls it in. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fox, the pass to Hill. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Monroe, the pass to Hayward. Shoots over Hill. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Memphis with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Memphis.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
They've got De'Aaron Fox. And it's Hill in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Inside. Malone can't get it to go. Grizzlies lead by 6. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year. He said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
Irving, a screen on Hill. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. That's good.
Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
Lakers trail by 9. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Malone. Now Kuzma. Shoots over Hill. It's Kuzma with the miss. Here's Wade. Fox outside. Here's Wade. He's guarded by Irving. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
The first free throw is good. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
BA, they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries. And there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Take a moment to see which bigs were doing work from the three-point line this past month. Second, Zion Williamson, and of course Kevin Love.
And these bigs have refined their games to the point where they're a threat to score from anywhere on the floor.
Okay, I'll say it. I'm still not a huge fan of big fellas taking threes, but when it comes to this group, I will make an exception.
Kuzma outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. To the middle. Here's Duncan. And he banks in the layup. Duncan's gotten 4 this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Kuzma against Hill. 4 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. It's Kuzma with the miss. Memphis leading by 13. Pass to Fox. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. Both teams deciding to change it up. Lakers trail by 13. Here's Baylor. He's scoreless. Love, that's good.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Fox outside. Puts it up from 15. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
And Fox can hurt you from there, especially when he's shooting with confidence.
Williamson outside. Back to Irving. Williamson outside. Pass to Malone. Irving for 3. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 4 rebounds in the game. Love with the defensive effort. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. A 12-point game. Williamson outside. Here's Baylor. 5 on the clock. Pass to Irving. Here's Wade. He's guarded by Irving. Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Lakers trail by 12. Outside Levine. To the inside. Hayward. Got a hand on it. Green. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Baylor's got 4 rebounds now. Left side, Love. There's a screen. Pass to Hayward from outside the arc. Sinks the tray. Hayward's got 5.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Bird, guarded by Hayward. Back to Green. Takes the hit and scores inside. Green.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around it.
Here's Hayward. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice, but he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Wade, pass to Duncan. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
To the paint. Here's Eaton. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Pass to Bird. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Levine surveys the D. Clock at 6. From deep 3-point range, the Grizzlies pull it in. Bird's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Green, the pass to Bird. Shoots over Hayward. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
A tenacious competitor, Hayward is more than comfortable playing in attack mode.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hayward.
And what I appreciate about Gordon is he's a fighter, working his way back from that devastating leg injury in 2017. Still a solid contributor.
Both free throws good from Hayward.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Right side, Green. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
I know it's not in vogue right now, but for guys like Green, there are points to be had in that mid-range.
There's a screen by Love. Left side, Levine. Outside for Love. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Love's got 11 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And that one's good. Green.
Nice poise inside from Green, showing how comfortable he is amongst the trees.
No good with the elbow jumper. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Memphis ahead, up by 10. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, this is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Grizzlies.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the 3 major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Kevin Love out there with Zion Williamson. And then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Malone in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Throws it up high.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Memphis leading by 8. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Duncan. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Irving, the pass to Baylor. Back to Irving. Over Hill. And it's Irving missing.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Hill to pass to Bird. Back to Hill. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Now the Lakers moving it up. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
These are his first free throws of the game. That's good from Williamson.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Williamson hits them both. Timeout call, Memphis. Let's take a look at the highest scoring teams over the past month in the NBA. The Lakers, second.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately, running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Wade. Pass to Bird. Inside. Yao. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
The Lakers with another miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Duncan. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Lakers trail by 8. Pass to Williamson. Here's Baylor. Back to Williamson. There's a screen by Love. With the floater. Shots blocked. Hill against Irving. Hill the pass to Yao. Here's Wade. Offline with a 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Here's Wade. Yao. Williams grabs the board. Irving looking around. And he drives in, shoots over Hill. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now it's just a 4-point Memphis lead. Outside, Hill. Pass to Bird. Here's Duncan. Give him 8. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Here's Baylor. Tries again. Zion bullies his way in for the finish.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Substitution on the court.
Hill the pass to Wade. Down low. Here's Mirasan. Still without a bucket. Clock at 4. Here's Caldwell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Kyrie Irving.
Man, good whistle there.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just own that part of the floor in this one.
He hits the second from the line. Lakers trail by 3. Outside Irving. For the tie. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Hayward outside. so he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A sometimes deceptive player, Gordon has an impressive feel for how to get the defense to overcommit.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Hayward. That one's no good. Memphis leading by 4. Here's Bird. And they'll get another chance. Buries it from 3. Bird's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Williams passes to Irving. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Some changes now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Zach LaVine in for Hayward. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Bird. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And let's have a look at which point guards have posted the best steals numbers over this past month. Number 5 is Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he's a pest. He gets under your skin. I mean, all these players have the combination of quickness and intelligence you want in a point guard.
Yeah, it's just not their quickness or their hands that have them at the top of the list. It's their defensive instincts that set them apart.
Fires the 3. Gasol grabs the board. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hill. Here's Bird. He's covered by LaVine. And it's Bird missing. Lakers trail by 7. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
This guy is just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Bird gets the 3 to fall. Bird's got 22 points.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good. The Lakers making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. Here's Wade. Goes up at the elbow. And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Memphis leading by 6. And it's Hill in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Second personal foul for his team. At the line for the Grizzlies, Greg Hill. 1 shot.
1 shot.
Lakers trail by 9. Here's Baylor. It's deflected. Hill against Irving. Takes a 13-footer. Shot's good by Hill. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
To the middle. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Using his vision on the floor, Kyrie sees what's out there and makes a clever pass.
Hill to pass to Duncan. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Williamson for 3. The basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Rarely do we see threes out of Williamson, but when we do, he hits at a decent clip.
Here's Bird, covered by Williamson, and the shot goes down.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
They set a pick. Baylor, the pass to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Baylor. Releases from 15.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Timeout, Grizzlies. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Outside, Hill. Pass to Bird. Here's Yao. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Baylor, the pass to Love. Off the mark there with a 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Here's Irving. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
On target from range. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Duncan. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Wade, the pass to Yao. And that one's good. Yao's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Irving. Pass to Malone. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
Here's Yao to the inside. And that one is hammered home.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Irving, the pass to Baylor. Back to Irving. Fires from the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
When you play with stars like LeBron, Harden, KD, look, Kyrie has learned how to operate off the ball.
Gets the 3-ball to go.
That's his third 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
And he lobs it up.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Grizzlies lead by 11. Pass to Duncan. Here's Bird. Here's Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Duncan. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Here's Irving. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And just the total offensive package. Kyrie is a once-in-a-generation guard.
Both free throws good from Irving. Here's Hill. Here's Wade. There's the block. 1:42 left in the fourth quarter. 13 feet out, and that one's good. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is Irving's role, a natural scorer who understands when that mid-range J opens up, he's got to fire.
Pass to Bird. Here's Wade. 6 to shoot, down low. Here's Duncan, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
From the top of the key, Irving, no good. Grizzlies lead by 11.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Grizzlies.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
And when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. So both teams making some changes here.
13 foul.
41 seconds left in the final quarter. Irving for 3. The rebound by Duncan. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Memphis. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. And it's hammered home by Green.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Back to Irving.
Kyrie Irving. The assist. Elgin Baylor.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. As we leave, we present our player of the game.
you